going to talk about consumer behavior. Quite frankly, this will be the most important piece that you need to understand because you need to know who you're targeting. First and foremost, consumer behavior really just talks about how we as consumers decide and go about deciding what we're going to spend our money on. First thing that you need to understand for your organization is who's their target audience. So your target audience is going to be the people who are most likely looking to your website or your organization for the most authoritative, substantive information possible, okay? That said, your target audience is made up of two groups, demographics and psychographics. When it comes to demographics, those are all physical characteristics of a population. That means your age, your race, your household income, if you're married, if you have children, your socioeconomic status, your education, etc. Those are all boxes that you can check off on a survey. When it comes to your psychographics, this is really getting into how your consumer actually thinks and behaves. There are 8 different categories for characteristics that your target audience can fall into. I'm not going to go through all of them. Come to my website and see it. But what you want to do is realize that your target audience won't just fall into any one of those boxes, and they can move in between those characteristics, okay? Third most important thing is understanding where your target audience is when it comes to the consumer decision-making process. There are 5 steps in the consumer decision-making process. The first is to recognize that you have a need. I need new shoes. I need to donate some money. I need to volunteer or become a mentor. Second stage is an internal search. That means you're going through your brain and figuring out what organizations have I volunteered with in the past that I enjoyed, or what organizations have I seen that I would most likely want to volunteer with. Then you do an external search. That means you're asking your family, your friends for their opinions about the matter. Then you create a criteria box, and that should have about 5 different organizations that you would want to participate in. After that, the next step would be the purchasing step. So that for us would be donations. Are you donating via credit card? Are you donating online via PayPal? Are you donating in cash in person? All of these options are figured out in this step. Your last stage is your post-purchase evaluation. Now that means for us, after you've donated to that organization, are you happy with where your donation dollars have gone? Well, in this step, there are 2 things. You can either be satisfied or you can have remorse and then regret where you sent your money. That said, you always want to ensure that you know exactly where your consumer is when it comes to the decision-making process so that you can target them and get them right in that step and make sure that their donation dollars go to your organization.